Thank you, Deputy Minister. Can we now call the Honorable Alberts?
Thank you, Chairperson, Minister. Die effectieve en evenwichtige administrasie van justitie is 'n belangrike onderdeel van enige moderne demokrasie. Sonder dit kan die staat nie die reg opeis om orde te handhaaf nie en is die staat se monopolie op geweld en reaksie op misdadige optrede ook self in die gedrang. It is therefore unfortunate that we note a growing disconnection between society at large and the state in this regard. We see, for instance, more community members taking the law into their own hands in a vote of no confidence in a criminal justice system. There must be a direct connection between this and a very low conviction rate in criminal matters. A study by the economist Mike Schuster that he based on the presidential development indicators is quite illuminating. He's found that over the last 10 years that the conviction rate of all crimes reported is, according to him, only 6%. This is the case while the reporting of crime is actually dropping as well. Only half of the cases make it onto the court roll. This means the investigation levels are actually very low. And given the situation, one can understand where vigilante justice, while this is in principle wrong, comes from and why private security firms are proliferating among the middle class. It is quite ironic that the private sector is taking over a role in community that the state must attend to. This is dangerous ground and deserves urgent attention. The National Prosecuting Authority must therefore also be urgently fixed. There is a valid view that the NPA prosecutes selectively and that some people are immune to prosecution. For instance, why did it take so long to institute proceedings against previous President Zuma on the one hand and Malema on the other hand on separate corruption charges? These decisions not to prosecute and then again to continue are completely political in nature and correlates with whoever is the president at the time. It is unacceptable. 'n Ander kwessie wat dringend aandag verg is die hantering van alle amptelike tale in howe in Suid-Afrika. Ons verstaan dat die hoër howe Afrikaans as taal uitfaseer. Die probleem is egter nie beperk tot Afrikaans nie, maar raak al die ander amptelike tale behalwe Engels. Die vraag is, hoe gaan 'n persoon wat nie Engels enigsins kan praat nie of net gedeeltelik gemagtig is of magtig is om Afrikaans, om Engels te kan praat en verstaan en om homself dan kan handhaaf in die howe in daardie omstandighede. Daar is geen rede hoekom vertalingstegnologie benewens tolke in die ingespan kan word om te sorg dat justisie oop is vir amptelike taalsprekers van alle agtergronde in Suid-Afrika nie. Daar bestaan ook geen rede hoekom uitsprake in nie in alle tale beskikbaar gemaak kan word. Technologie bestaan daarvoor. Daar is dus ook geen rede om reg te laat geskied in al ons land se amptelike tale uiteindelik nie. Minister, I also wish to point out a matter that deserves your attention, and I've spoken to the Deputy Minister about this as well, and this concerns the judicial investigation on the Fort Kuka matter and the death of Mr. Richard Jimmy.
Just a second. Can you take a seat, Mr. Alberts?
Yeah, you must sit down.
Why are you rising?
Want to find out if you take a question.
Honorable Alberts, are you ready to take a question?
Chairperson, I don't unfortunately have enough time to answer
Thank
the
you very
question.
much. It's not ready.
Boss.
Take your seat, Honor.
We can discuss this in private.
Proceed, Albert.
Thank you. So, it's a matter regarding the unfortunate death of Mr. Richard Jimmy in the Fort Kuka matter. It is of utmost of importance that the investigation that is currently undergoing must commence before a High Court judge. That's a judicial investigation, and that certainty be created regarding the origins of his death. It is possible that these vehicles may claim more lives in the future if we do not come to a conclusion in that regard. And then lastly, Minister, just regarding the hate speech, the proposed Hate Speech Act, the Act itself must be balanced and it must be realistic and it must be implemented in a balanced way. Otherwise, we can find ourselves that the Act itself will polarize society even further and find itself in the Constitutional Court in the future. So we must be very careful when we go ahead with that Act specifically. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Albert. We now call Honorable Carter.